Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV, and finally I have touched down back in the tune. Home sweet home, after what has been a very busy, very emotional last few days. It all started off, well, on Friday for me. I got down to London, did some filming in studios and stuff. If you've seen the video with Flex from the United View where we did the Combine 11, did loads of other stuff. Saturday, Trafalgar Square, unbelievable scenes after doing DR Sports Saturday Football Show with Trafalgar Square. What an amazing atmosphere that was. What a brilliant vibe, you know, a great night, one that'll live long in the memories. Great to see other people there, linking up with people, and then obviously doing the content as well, the fan interviews, meeting people from all over the world that had travelled to Trafalgar Square and obviously Wembley for the game, you know, Singapore, Mags, and loads. Too many to mention, but that was amazing. And then Sunday, of course, we had the game, but before the game, the best part of it actually was Boxport Wembley. The atmosphere was electric in there. It was amazing, and I hosted that, and it was just such a good event. What an honour and a proud moment it was to be on stage in front of the best fans in the world. You know, there was a couple of thousand Geordies in there on a cup final day on Wembley Way, and for me to be on stage and having a laugh with you lot, you know, getting people up for the prizes, the damn dance off, the keep you up challenges, everything. It was just absolutely unreal. And then obviously, you know, mixing it with the likes of Jeremy Kyle upstairs, and then Shola and Ryan Taylor and everything else. And obviously we interviewed Darren Ambrose as well on the balcony of Box Park. So that was just a momentous occasion, great day. Obviously the result, as we know, wasn't what we wanted. But as I've said in the video the morning after, the night before, just the beginning, just the start. So hopefully that's just the start. And you know, that's why I was invited onto the overlap yesterday in Manchester. So after London, I've been in Manchester the last couple of days, busy down there, filming some more stuff, and like I say, finally today, it's home time, back in Newcastle. So happy days, pleased to be back, pleased to kind of relax a little bit, but put another video out there for you, because the overlap do have the video out now. Part 1 is out there of us talking about the Carragher Cup final. To be fair, you know, a lot of it's the Man United fans talking about the Carragher final, and fair enough, they won it, but Shay was on there with us. He had his say on the game, and then me and Kendall, big up Kendall as always. We were talking about Newcastle United, you know, the future, top 4 this season. What will happen next season if the pressure gets steady how, and we're not doing so well. Who should we sign in the summer? All that sort of stuff. And there's part 2 on the way as well about ownership, where obviously we had to talk about the Saudi Arabian ownership. We talk about Manchester United's potential new Qatari ownership. It's a great episode, brilliant stuff. And then the next episode is Robbie from FTV and a few other big YouTubers talking about the Arsenal City title race. So it was a great show, class crack. Loved being down there. Had a brilliant time. I cannot speak highly enough of Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. First time meeting them. 2 legends, you know, great blokes. Growing up watching them on TV, unfortunately. Watching Neville, you know, win everything for Man United, and Carragher for Liverpool, Champions Leagues. And then obviously now, just watching them on Monday Night Football, seeing them everywhere all the time, whenever there's a big Sky Sports game on. And they were so sound. So sound. Lovely blokes. And then, of course, the legend that is Shay. You know, Newcastle, in my opinion, Newcastle United's best ever goalkeeper, and many others. I see those Newcastle's all-time 11 greats come out, you know, all over social media. The Chronicle did one not so long ago, and Shay is the number 1 there, rightfully so. Easily the best keeper that's ever played in black and white for me. And you know, growing up idolising him, I used to pretend to be Shay on the playground. You know what I mean? With my finger saves on, and he was class. Really humble bloke, legend. I'd met him a couple of times before. Actually, he did a book signing in Newcastle a few years back when we first started the channel. Actually, me and Billy went along, and you know, he was sound then, but actually haven't been able to sit down with him before the show, during the show, after the show. Top bloke, top keeper. What a legend. And like I've said in the video, the title, you know, it was like me and him and Kendall versus Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, and the likes of Adam McCullough, the Man U fans. Mostly off air, to be fair, just having a bit of banter and just having a laugh about it. And to be fair to Gary and stuff, you know, he said, wow, like, the Newcastle fans are ridiculous. They are outrageous. They are amazing. And you know, Shay was saying he was sitting right next to the owners, Amanda Stavely, and he was seeing them, you know, filming the crowd and just in pure awe, filming the black and white flags, loving it, which is brilliant. You know, that shows the connection, that shows the love that the owners have for this club. You know, you've got Man United owners just sitting there, probably scratching their arse, don't even know what score it is, and our owners are there proudly recording the fans. You know what I mean? So that's a big difference. That's amazing. And we just touched upon, you know, the wait for Newcastle United's trophy. Me and Shay was saying, you know, that the time's coming. The time is coming for the trophy. And Carragher was kind of like, but you know, next season's going to be harder because Liverpool are going to come back stronger, Chelsea are going to come back stronger, and I did agree with him on the top 4 push for that. And you've got Gary there saying, well, Man United are back, you know, but me and Shay, we're saying, you know, Newcastle United's best teams are coming. Just wait a couple of years until we can start splashing the cash, until we can start getting over FFP hurdles through revenue streams and commercial deals. That's when we'll be really in the mix for it. And our time is coming. Like I've said, you know, this is just the beginning. The trophies will come, more finals will come. Shay said on the show, you know, it won't be another 20 odd years until Newcastle are at Wembley again. Fingers bloody crossed, like. And you know, we will get European football this season. Me and Shay said 5th and 6th will finish. Kendall said 5th as well. I think Carragher still thinks we're going to finish 4th, although now he's kind of changed his mind with Liverpool, you know, going to get knocked out of the Champions League on this, so now they're going to focus on top 4. You know, Gary's never said we're going to finish in the top 4. So, you know, there's some great debates on the show. It was really interesting. It was, like I said, it was class to be on there. You know, instead of me just talking about more of it, I'll whack a little clip in here of what I thought was a couple of best bits. There's loads more to go of it, so I'll pop the link in the description, but I'm sure everyone knows what the overlap is and watches it. I think the video's had nearly 200,000 views in, what, 14 hours or something since being up, you know? And like I said, brilliant being on there. So after this clip, we'll get into something else. I mean, I think at the start of the season, if you ever, like Shay said, if you ever offered, what, 6th, 7th in a cup final, would have snapped your hand off. You know, we've been fighting relegation every year for as long as I can remember. But that being said now, this is the best chance we're going to get, top 4. Liverpool going to come back stronger, Chelsea going to come back stronger. We have to start winning games. I agree with that, because if you get Europa League, you're going to play Thursday night, and Thursday, Sunday, we know is not easy. Frustration at drawing at home to West Ham, frustration drawing against Bournemouth away. Bournemouth away was a 6-pointer for us last year. Do you know what I mean? And now we're getting frustrated because it's could have went 4th today. Any form of European football, I'll be over. I'll go Thursday nights away to the middle of nowhere. Me too. I've got that
passport's ready. We know that. Go 4 days there.
There we have it then. So like I said, check out the full video if you fancy it. You know, brilliant crack. Love being on there. Great debate. Great guests. And yeah, amazing studios. Everything was brilliant. Got a real taste of that. And obviously I've done loads of stuff like that before, but that was one of the best. Box Pot was one of the best. Been some of the best days of my life the last few days. Honestly, it has been unbelievable. So cheers everyone who's tuned in as well for watching those videos and, you know, supporting the channel. Really means a lot. And also, cheers to Big Steve, who's a Man City fan who sent us out his clothing brand's called Terrace Culture. Terrace Cult there, you might have heard of it. He sent us out a few things. Really comfortable, really nice, Steve. Thanks very much, mate. Class materials, class products, some good designs, got some more stuff. I tell you, it had to be black and white. Didn't want any sky blue shite. Yeah? So he sent us them out, and you might regret it when it comes to the weekend, and I may have to wear this if Newcastle win, you know? But might be... Am I pushing it there? I tell you what, I was watching Man City last night. They beat Bristol City. But Bristol caused them problems, like. Bristol did cause them problems. They had some chances. But, you know, City's class just shows in the end when De Bruyne's pinging them in and they just start scoring the last couple of goals later on and kill the game off. But I tell you what, Bristol made a good account for themselves. And will that help Newcastle then just playing? City have played a lot of games lately. Champions Leagues, FA Cups, everything. Then again, Man United also played a lot of games. And we didn't capitalise on that. So I tell you what, it is going to be obviously a really tough test going to the Etihad on the weekend. I'm glad in a way now that the cup final's out of the way, especially for the players, because they most definitely had one eye on that final. And now they can focus on the league, try and focus on getting top 4. And I'm interested to see what happens on the weekend. Now, a full preview will be out tomorrow for the Man City game. I'll record that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow night. But just quickly touch on it now. You know, it's Wednesday now. We're a few days away. It's an early kick-off at the Etihad on BT. So it's getting chucked right in there back in the weekend of Premier League football, and it's going to be interesting to see how the players deal with that cup final defeat. You know, will they be lingering on from it? Will they move on now? We've got to. There's no choice really. But the likes of Byrne, Longstaff, it'll be very emotional for them. Bruno Guimaraes, look, was crying at the full-time whistle. So we're sure already how we'll be drilling into the players this week. Look, a massive last couple of months of the season. Now we're in March. Business season now. Yeah, this is the business end of the season. It's a huge, 14 games left to go or something? Massive. In Etihad, we haven't got a great record there, obviously. We know that. Look, City haven't been the best this season, but they're still in the title race, obviously. And, you know, they are still a world-class team, so it's going to be so hard. Will we mix things up? Will we change formation? We'll wait and see. I'll leave that for the preview tomorrow night, but looking forward to it, in a way. Looking forward to just, you know, like I say, getting back into Premier League action, seeing how the season goes. And like I said on the overlap yesterday, and we've probably seen that clip there, you know, any European football for me, over the moon with it. Over the moon, 5th, 6th, whatever. 4th would be sensational. But if it's Europa League, whatever, I'm still buzzing for that. Look, at this time last year, we know where we were. Relegation battle. Just been in the cup final. We're still pushing for Europe. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. Up the mags. Come on. All of that shite. Right, I'm going to sign off now. Let us know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Let us know what you think ahead of the Man City game. But like I said, the full preview Thursday night for that one. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one.